Hello everybody, welcome to the channel again. After the other episode about headstalls, I got some questions from friends and braiders on measurements. Now, for me, it all depends on what type of horses that you ride. Me, for example, I ride pretty much only quarter horses, and they're all kind of from the same breeding. It's got some King Fritz in there. It's got some Sanjolina in there. Got some Colonel Fricas in there. So a lot of times, a lot of these horses are pretty equal in the size of their head. But if you're riding more Iberian bred horses, you might possibly need a different measurement than I use for my quarter horses. And another thing is that, for example, Arabians, if you got more Arabian blood in there, you may need different measurements. And even other breeding within the quarter horse, it may require different measurements. So what I do is, either with a piece of rope, I just, like, I'm going to make a new headstall for a snaffle for my horse. So I put this headstall on him and just put it to measure. And as you can see, I'm in the process of making a rawhide braided headstall. So this is 16 plat, and I'm going to say my measurements in millimeter because that's how I did it. So for my American friends, you may have to do a little calculation what that would be in inches. But this string was 2 millimeters wide, which is approximately like I believe 3/32 or something, and I've cut it to 0.8 millimeters thickness. So my measurement is about 2.5 in width over 1 in thickness. Not quite. It's a little less, but it's not 2 to 1. And I like that ratio a lot for a flat braid. And I got this little plastic rod, and this has about the right diameter for me to braid 16 plat around. And then I pull the rod out, stretch everything out, and press it flat and let it dry that way. Now, that being said, I know this headstall is just perfect for my horse. So this is what is going to be the bit end. As you see, I just put a button on there and then braid it like a 4-strand, which was 25 centimeters long, which would be exactly 10 inches. And braided it, doubled it up, brought it together, and then spliced it in and tied off with some wax twine. So I got this, and I can just put this braided piece on there. And as you can see, like right here, so this is this piece, okay? So this is the on-site part of the headstall. I still need to put a button on here and braid those 10 inches to make my bit loop. But, so I'm going to use this side as a reference, which means if I go up to that buckle here, and that's going to allow me enough space to put the the brow band in there, like right here. So I know that this is going to work out pretty good. And so just to put everything together, it's going to come like this. And I braided this little eye so I didn't have to put a button on it when I got it finished. So this part is going to have buttons for my so I can change the length of it should I need to. So I'll put it on there again. So here we are. It's going to fit pretty darn good. So my horse is now, or the one I'm making this for, is he's now in, what are we, May, beginning of May, in his 2-year-old year. So he still might grow a little bigger, and that's why I put the extra amount there. So that's how I measure how long I need to make a headstall. So should I make it for somebody else, then I would have to do this. Now, of course, I don't take orders, so I pretty much make everything for myself. And then when I'm at a horse show, people will likely buy it off my my horse's face, so to speak. But that's pretty much it. So the brow band on this headstall will be also 16 plate flat. And the throatlets, I'm just gonna start off with 4 and then braid 8 all around. And then on the other side, put some buttons on there so I can close it up, and it'll be like this for the throatlets on my headstall. For the ones that had questions about this, like how I measure my headstalls, again, it's all depending on what horse I'm making it for, but my horses, like I said, are quarter horses. And I could barely, or I could well go with an old headstall and just copy the dimensions, but I just decided to do it this way anyway, like I usually did. So I hope this helps you all out, and have fun doing it. If you like what we're doing, please hit the like button and become a subscriber and get more of this kind of content on rawhide gear and rawhide braiding. So have fun, y'all.